is. We're ready for Mirage, and this map in particular is, I think, almost 50-50.
Oh, it is a coin flip in my opinion. TSM, traditionally a very good team on this map, but we saw Virtus.pro destroy Fnatic at the major just a week back on this map, like 16-7, 16-8 style. So it's going to be a hard one to call.
I think that's been the theme for the entire evening. We don't really know how it's going to go down, and that goes. The evidence is there. It's come down to the final map now. Both teams bouncing back and looking strong at different parts of the tournament, but Mirage definitely going to be an explosive finish to this series. So if you've just joined us, we've had 4 maps so far, 2 apiece going to TSM and VP. As we go into match number 5, this decides who goes on to play Navi tomorrow in the group stage.
And how remarkable would it be that TSM, who had this on series point, had the first chance to put it in the books, are now facing, well, they're both facing elimination still, but are potentially facing going out in a group stage when last year, not only are they the defending champions, but they were the first team that qualified for the LAN. I mean, that's just a strange turn of events. Just goes to show in Europe how close things are at the top. It was the same last season. It took Fnatic the last chance to get into the LAN.
Well, it's all going to be decided. Well, not all decided. But it's going to... I don't even know where I'm going with this.
You still have like 2
future.
weeks,
I wasn't really listening, I'll be honest with you. I was
It's
just
fine.
kind of thinking about what's going to happen on Mirage. Maybe we should talk about that a
Glad
little
to
bit
know
more.
that I'm relevant. Thanks, man.
Your opinion matters.
But what's interesting about this is we have the knife round.
Right.
So
My only claim to fame.
that's what you're famous for.
Thank God I'm relevant somewhere.
That's
Yeah,
why
we can
that's
probably
why we
work
pay
one
him the
out.
big bucks, because he's really good at casting knife rounds.
He is.
Anyone out there looking to hire Matt for events?
I wish they'd pay me in knives. I want some inventory.
I can hook you up.
Oh, yes! Finally, I can condone your silly business. All right, so let's talk about Mirage then. We do know that obviously it does entail a lot of mid-presence. We've seen the teams have various situations more on cash where that's a problem. This one entirely different. Again, TSM, such a dynamic CT side. We'll see the double op be pulled out from them. We could see whoever has that early spawn go toward window.
At the same time, Virtus.pro like to play a really simple strat as well, just pushing into B, pushing into A without any question asked. And they can really surprise a lot of teams that like to play mid-heavy as well. So it works really well. At the same time, TSM has similar strategies as well, where they just have 3 guys running out of apps without any questions asked either. So we could be seeing a lot of interesting battles.
Well, all 10 players will be on the 7, so I'm sure we'll be underway very shortly. The players just having a little chat, working out whether they're ready to go. TSM ready up. Just to remind you that this is the final map of the evening, so the knife round will decide the first half. In the way we'll be playing. I guess for Mirage, again, I think it's kind of elementary with these sort of teams. It doesn't seem to matter what team you start. They bounce back. We just saw VP start the T side and come back and just do a stellar CT half. 10 rounds on a row, didn't really matter what side they started. They're going to do performances like that, to be honest. But everything lies on this final map.
Well, I mean, it's so fitting. Again, this is my favorite rivalry right now from a personal standpoint in CSGO. I just think it always delivers such exciting gameplay, and it's been no difference tonight. You can take your NIP versus the French scene. You can take your Fnatic versus NIP. You can take your Titan Envy. I'll take this any day of the week.
So this is your El Clasico.
Oui, oui. Mon petit chéri. All right.
And Clash is feeding his dog.
That's fair.
You've gotta
Pasha feeding his daughter, not dog.
Oh,
Did you
that
just
was
call his daughter a dog? Oh, God, wait until the biceps hear that, Henry. You're in trouble now.
I thought this one is. I can't read it from the screen over here.
Uh-huh. I'm telling Pasha.
It said DOG, that's what I saw.
No, it's clearly D-O-U. It's not even spelled correctly, but it's an attempt of spelling D-O-U-G-H-T-E and no R.
Okay. So I think
That's by Cubino, by the way, which we haven't noticed is in the server.
keep him being the coach.
Yeah, so he has been here throughout the evening. I don't think we've seen TSM's coach present so far tonight.
Yeah, Cuban is more hands-on.
It's true, actually. Yeah, it's more of a manager role for TSM as opposed to a direct coaching role. It's not Munkafar anymore. I can't remember the current guy's name. Natsu, what's... I can picture his face. I just can't think of...
I'm pretty bad with names.
It's okay. Either way, we do await for Pasha, and it seems as though he has come back because we're getting ready to go. Oh, they're calling abort. Never mind. So knife round could actually play out to be a rather interesting sophistication to this. Mirage, fairly even. I think between these two teams, it should play out to be fairly even just in the way that they address the map situations, but still that CT side is going to be where you want to start.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think both teams, I mean, this map is so played so much that I don't think it really matters to these teams which side they start. They have a lot of set of things for both sides, so yeah, they'll be fine.
I think that's a fair assessment.
I'm trying to think of if I can come up with an accent to speed test with as well.
British.
Yeah, right.
Please.
You know that turns Australian.
No, but can you try and do a full-on British one this time? I want to see how offensive it is.
No, I'm sorry. I won't do it.
Why? So you'll do any accent but mine. That's really rude.
I don't want to offend you. That's
I
very polite.
I've invited you to do it.
I'm not doing it. I don't even think I can do British anymore. I'm so used to just doing Australian instead. And even that's brutal.
Okay, what about French?
En français?
Yes, there we go.
I will cast the knife round in a speed cast like this.
Good luck with that.
I wonder if NBK
fell
will
apart.
be mad at me and Shoxy.
Oh god, it's gonna be bad.
So pretty Shoxy.
Oh god.
I'm not doing it. I don't want to.
Come
I don't wanna
on.
get in trouble.
You can't get out of it anymore.
All right, let's do it. I don't think I can do it fast with that accent.
Well, we're gonna have to try.
All right, so our knife round is going to start it already. They're swinging the baguettes and doing some big damage, and already Virtus.pro coming up to 4 kills. This is not even turning. This is turning out to be Indian instead. What has happened? But it's all down to one player. It is Zipnix, and they're going to challenge him inside the CT squad. I got to go faster, and that means I got to go back to my language. And there we go. That was worthy.
It did go a bit Indian towards the end. Really did fall apart. The French thing lasted
I don't
about
know
5
what it is
seconds.
with me. I can't maintain any accent. I just shift to whatever I feel like.
Well, I didn't even see
Good
what I
effort.
think it was.
It was not even that fast either because I was like
so
too
who
busy.
won?
VP won, I think. VP did win, so they'll go in CT. But there we go. A little comic relief for you there as we go into the 5th map. Matt keeping morale high with the team.
Yeah.
As we go into Mirage, it shouldn't be long before we kick things off. And hopefully we won't have to hear that ever again.
Yeah, hopefully I'll never have to do that again.
Yeah,
I feel like I could have gone pretty quick tonight, Sue. I've got the energy for it, but instead we just went with that.
That was peer pressure at its best. We made you do it.
I kind of wanted to. Let's be real. So VP will get the counter-terrorist start. Definitely an advantage to them in some small way, shape, or form. Now, keep in mind, if the economy favors TSM, they could still get a run. They had a decent run on this map earlier on in the group stages. So a lot riding on this pistol round. As we see it there, 2-2. You can throw out the other 4 maps. It comes down to just Mirage. And we both know, and by both I mean all 3 of us and Twitch chat, knows that both these teams do love to play it. We're underway in the strat. Well, right now, 3 sets of armor, a single smoke grenade, and a bunch of decoys for TSM. It's going to be 3 sets of armor. Make that 4, excuse me, as Snacks as well has it. A single smoke and a kit for Neo, who's elected to be the hero late in the round rather than the man to take the damage. As the shot's already raining in. And it looks like Palace is going to be under threat. Taz has put himself inside of it to try and get forward and get information, but Zipix is going to take him down, which now opens up the A site, but not before Bialy gets a kill, and Bialy follows that up with another and a triple as well, looking for the 4th, runs out of ammo, and thankfully Snacks is there to bail him out. And Virtus.pro, that's a pretty solid pistol round, considering TSM found a way into the site.
Well, that was a perfect setup, though, for Virtus.pro having 2 guys in connector, really denying that split happening at all. That was pretty much it.
Yeah, they've been really on form with that. The one-click headshots for the pistols tonight. VP have been very strong in it, and it's Bialy going to show what I mean there. Great opening shots. I think he gets another one here as well, but locking down the CT pistol here. And we can see TSM not forcing into this round whatsoever. Get a couple of PT-50s and a Tech 9, but should be business as usual for VP. As long as they don't do anything too silly here. Taz playing pretty close up on that smoke on the A-ramp. But TSM don't really looking like they're bringing anything too tactical into this situation. Just going to be trying to work some picks. Taz gets the info. Bomb top of middle as well.
Lots of damage dealt to TSM, but still with 5 alive. That need going to go further against them. They're trying to get this position to come in hard against Neo, and successful. Dupree, who switched the E's to 3s. Maybe that's going to be the good luck charm. Still, though, VP in a good spot, considering the weaponry. And the M4 on Snacks. How critical would it be if he lost that early on? Flashbang bounced from underneath of the shadow. It's going to be Taz who makes himself known in the daylight, eventually pulling all the way around. The device goes down. That leaves just Cajun B remaining with 22 HP.
Too much you can do there. Taz finishes off the job. With no bomb going down either, it's going to be difficult for TSM to actually bring anything to this round. I guess it'll just be more Tech 9s and PT50s perhaps. But they'll be looking to the next round, definitely. As Deagle's coming out. Cajun B definitely can be an impact player with that Deagle. Probably going for that first one-bullet headshot in the window area, I'd imagine. Let's see how this round unfolds. VP know the bomb didn't go down, so they can justify keeping those SMGs, I think.
Neo again will get back inside the connector. Will now be smoked off and flashed as well for Kerrigan. He's down below what Neo has vision to see, and Neo's going to go right by him. So if Kerrigan turns around quickly enough, he might be able to do some damage onto Neo. Meanwhile, instead, he goes forward and finds Snacks, but his teammates are dying until now, where Kerrigan picks up the double by just getting by Neo, and that's individual play, and Zipix comes in with a great kill. So they've got a situation here that might just be winnable, considering they both got armor and picked up SMGs. It's a pistol for Kerrigan versus an M4 recovered by Zipix, who's gone back toward his own spawn, as the bomb is still down inside of middle, which does mean it's in the hands of VP. They're going to have to fight against it, so they'll split up their attack and try and come from different angles. Needs to be careful right now, does Kerrigan, as he does get caught by Bialy on the stairwell, and now it's just poor lonely Zipix with the rifle, mind you, to try and make this round possible. 30 seconds. He'll use what time he has, but as he rounds the corner, is he going to get spotted up? They haven't spotted him yet because they've fallen back down middle, and the P90 from that range against the M4 at least will cause havoc with aim punch. So there won't be a shot landed in return.
Yep, so 3-0. Did come down to a 2-on-2 situation in the end. Zipex with the rifle, unable to actually land a shot there. So it is going to put VP in a very good position now. We can see, even without the force buys there, CSM could justify an AWP pick there, I think, but they haven't picked one up. 5 AKs. The AWP will only be on Neo this half. And actually looks like they're going to be pushing up middle. They're starting off the round very aggressively. And will they find the lonely player out there top of middle? Neo does take down Kerrigan. That's a great opener. And they can just fall back now to the bomb site. That should be the round guaranteed, but they're not done yet.
Not done at all. They want to get fully aggressive, try and limit the entire options of TSM. If they could stay secured inside middle, that would disable the rotation back to A, and that means they have to commit on this push to B, which they are going with now. Two players already dropping in, and to Pasha's surprise, as he turns to dodge a flash, he realizes Dupree's behind him, and that P90 from him lately has been absolutely instrumental in getting early picks on these rounds. Cajun B trying desperately to make this work out. TSM want this gun round. Again, this is map number 5. It's an elimination match from the group stages, and he's got 1, he needs 4, not even going to get even close to that result, as Snacks will catch him.
So that's a great opening round from VP. They got the SMGs there, wasn't exactly a full buy from them. Pushing up middle, and Neo landing that great shot through the box there, really opened up the round. They were able to get information by pushing up, and it came down to this man, Pasha, with the P90, as you mentioned, getting those 2 frags there. That's huge plays from him, and the P90 definitely become a more viable weapon every single day in the meta of CSGO. There's so many situations it favors, and now TSM, money bonus working in their favor, able to justify 5 smokes, Tech 9s and armor, and they'll probably be doing a full-on A wall of smoke tactic here, get the bomb down, force a post-plant situation, but another round you do favor him for VP.
Let's see if these Tech 9s can do anything to rectify the situation. As such, they've picked up 1 kill, but that's Taz who found 1 beforehand. And Snacks inside the sandwich. He is going to have a snack before finally getting taken back down by Dupree. Not a checked spot as they run by. Bomb, it's dropped up on top of the box. Dupree's going to have to try and jump up to grab that, and when he does, Pasha's going to spot him through the edge of the smoke. And it allows Virtus.pro to extend their lead to 5.
So they didn't get the bomb down, but that's 5 in a row, maximum loss bonus now. So they will be able to get a nice full buy on Kerrigan for the first time, picking up the AWP. But we saw last time, the first gun round, VP pushing straight up middle. Will they have anything else a little bit surprising to bring to the table? I'd assume not. They probably want to keep this round kind of calm and see what TSM representing here, but the first pick comes in once again. Neo opens it up, Dupree answers back and makes it a 4-on-4 situation, and I'd say this does favour the T's considering the buys they do have available to them. Carrigan continuing to frag there, takes down Snacks, and it goes down to a 4-on-3.
Flashbang through, does decent damage, rather, excuse me, that was a grenade, so BL expected some close pressure, but with 2 men remaining, finally TSM have an opening to work with. Dupree's going to take that bomb to connector because Zipix has already pushed through A, and Cajun B's there as well, so they know it has to be open. As such, losing Kerrigan, yes, sure, will prohibit their chances of closing out the round sooner. It won't be quite as significant to the situation. Bialy's going to get his way through the vents. Cajun B set and ready on the ledge inside connector to set up a crossfire with Dupree, and Zipix just has to watch for Pasha, who's trying to come from CT, dodging the first flash, and actually catches Pasha from his teammate. That's well executed. And now Bialy, there it is. Cajun B just waiting to stab him in the back.
So, the opening frag from Near, you thought, here we go, same thing again. I'm not too happy with that he refaced though. Normally when I'm in CT and you get the opening frag like that, and especially on a big round, you normally want to fall back, force the T's to do something they don't want to. Giving them an opportunity to get the refrag straight away, like I said, gives the T's the actual advantage there, and that forces the CT to do something they don't favour. So that's a little bit disappointing from Neo, maybe getting a little bit ahead of himself, but definitely not out of this yet. You can see that aggressive push coming up middle once again.
As it's the shot on Kerrigan, and now Device, like you said, once again all legged up as well. We just saw Dupree get collected, and now the second shot even more successful as it will go through the box. Neo,
he's back.
What a round from him. 2 kills just like that with the AWP. That's twice we've seen it, like you said, again in mid, and twice it's been successful from Virtus.pro. How much confidence does that instill?
Yeah, like at the same time, TSM needs to. I think they need to take it slower right now because they're really taking high risks when they're just running into the middle like that and taking those duels. They got really lucky on that round, like you said, getting that second peak from Neo and getting that return frag, and then Carrigan getting another. But this time around, you see Virtus.pro just totally pushing up the middle and not giving anything from TSM. So from TSM, I want to really slow it down and take more time taking that middle area.
Yeah, so they're all going all in at the top there. All players sacrifice, and if there are CTs waiting for them, they haven't got nothing to reply with. And now that loss bonus has been extinguished. 5 players, I'm going to be on eco here. You can see them sending the bomb towards B.
Pass is the one that's waiting, but Neo has, as we can tell, fallen back off catwalk and takes the reverse angle. It's successful until Device finds 1 kill. Bombs dropped now, and it's all VP. Yet again. Now, I won't read too far into it just yet. The economy is starting to build, but it's been kept fairly honest from Virtus.pro, so there is still a chance late for Team Solomid to collect enough rounds to give themselves a chance. It's not like this is a T-side lead that's a crazy aspect.
But it's not like they're not looking good. The rounds they're losing with big numbers as well, so I mean that's an issue.
Well, 7-1 does favour VP, obviously, and now the force buy coming in from TSM, they're not going to have an amazing amount of money. I think I saw a Galil there, and Device will get the AWP though, so they need to work off some picks there. I wouldn't be surprised if he went back towards middle, just trying to challenge that pick and the aggression perhaps.
Watch for the double up setup though is Neo now with Pasha, each going to be holding on. So Pasha back in that secondary position. It's not going to be Snacks because Snacks, interestingly enough, by the way, is in connector. He's a menace on this map. He's not playing his position at B Apartments. That's where Pasha is, and he finds that first kill, followed up by Bialy on Kerrigan, and double it up in Cajun B as well. Again, middle just completely locked down right now from Virtus.pro. Similar to Cash, entirely different map and a different approach to mid, but same result. As Dupree somehow finds himself still alive inside that smoke. He's as confused as we are about it, I believe. As Bialy will get a hat trick now.
Yeah, there's a complete lack of respect from VP here, just pushing up every single angle, opening up the frags. Doesn't see this round maybe ever just yet. Zipex does take down Neo. 3-on-1 for him. He may pick up the second frag. Not going to happen. Does actually manage to get the burnout though. And that's another one on the board for VP. And we're just having a quick look at the cash from them. TSM now. Another eco has to come their way. They could probably justify getting some Tech 9s here, but that's about it. This is looking pretty dire for them.
Yeah, now it's getting a little bit of a hand.
Yeah.
If they'd broke them with that 6th round and got to 6-2 and started stringing it, then there was a chance, but 9-1. Just a note for fantasy value as well, Bialy and Zipix, neither of us 3 picked him up, either of those guys up, and they've been excellent all night long. So great games coming on from players who aren't necessarily known as of late to stand out. Obviously both have immense skill, and speaking of, Bialy's now taking down Cajun B to start at 1 HP, but that nade is going to do damage onto Dupree and allow Pasha, who's on 8 HP, to come over and try supporting his teammate.
2 players very low in that B area. All 3 Ts up in the B apartments, ready to come out.
Like I said, there is low HP on a few players on Virtus.pro, but one of them is not Snacks, who since joined in on that hold. And Bialy, 1 HP is enough. Gets himself in the corner, and Dupree just desperate to get inside the bomb site.
So this is the time. Again, I'm not sure why TSM won't take a pause here, but this is probably where you'll see VP do that aggressive push somewhere. Wouldn't be surprised they went towards A ramp and did this time, try to shut down an A execute, for example. That could probably be a very nice touch. But let's see what they bring to the game. A big round here. They've got such an advantage. Why not do something a little bit more aggressive? Seems like Taz will be going to that window area. Will we be seeing it again? I think we will. Taz makes his way up the middle. There's going for the exact mirror of what they've been doing before. But Taz actually left alone, isolated at the top there. T's waiting for him. Of course, he finds a frag on Carrigan, though, through the smoke. Great frag from him. You can see the return coming from the T, though. It's going to be Dupree trying to get Snacks, but this time they are able to fall back of any man being sacrificed.
They should have honestly taken. They should have honestly taken it a lot more easier than that too. Now they threw a smoke on Catwalk. They double flash and everything. Taz still managed to get a kill. Just wait out all the way back and wait for them to retreat, and then just take the ban afterwards. That'll be the answer.
TSM team struggling massively right now.
He's been working on that for a while.
I have not. That actually just came to my mind. Don't discredit me. As the flash will come through and Snacks. Look at that. Easy peasy. Dupree is gone. And Cajun B at least getting the response kill, but still 2 men down. Time working against them. 40 seconds, enough to make something happen, but very little map control to go along with that recipe. And that may just overcook it a little bit as Cajun B and Zipmix want to gather up now and try and take the fight onto A. They've got a smoke and a Molotov to potentially help them and aid them in that effect. Which do you choose, though? Try and smoke off Taz at jungle, or more importantly, Neo, who has line of sight on the entry points. Zipix finding Taz, well, that limits it. That'll allow them potentially to help out where Neo is, but they don't do it, and Zipix gets caught. As such, they've now got Connector to worry about because Bialy's rotated over, and Cajun B, 9 seconds, this isn't happening. He's not getting this plant. It's another round for VP.
Absolutely. Just having a look at the scoreboard there. You can see Bialy and Neo really are leading the charge. And dire straits once again for TSM. Managing to make the end of that round slightly competitive, picking up 1 frag on the site there. But look at this force buy from them. They really are a little bit lost for words here. 2 Tech 9s. That's going to be Carrigan and TSM. Cajun B going into round number 12 now. Galil, 2 AKs. Have got a decent amount of utility, but it looks like that aggression continues from VP. This time they go into the underpass. Snack's going to be going and leading the charge down there. What can he do? Pushing all the way up those steps as well. But all 5 members of TSM are towards A.
Shot coming in from Dupree. Taz is on the receiving end of it, but there's Neo again. Same op, same position, same result. Dupree, though, getting Bialy, allows them to get the bomb finally in, but look at Snacks. He's so quick to rotate on this particular map. Does Cajun B see him coming? He's low on HP. He's gone into Palace, so they actually won't confront each other, at least not just yet. Device in Sandwich has a chance to spot him at that doorway once the smoke dissolves. He'll leave his teammates to deal with Pasha and Neo coming elsewhere until Pasha gets above. Now there's a problem because Dupree thankfully will take down Neo, but here it is. Pasha coming in. First shot, there it is, and Snacks coming over top takes Dupree away. It's all going to come down to now 2 players against 1, and inside the smoke, they're holding it. Does Pasha get away with this? They haven't found him. Oh my God. Oh God, this is just the icing on the cake, is it not? This is total meltdown at this point.
Oh God, that is horrible to watch, and that's going to be one you're going to look back on and think, how the hell did we lose that round? And this just sums up this half of TSM so
More
far.
so, how the hell did this end up to be a meltdown? This is now, if you include the second half of the last game, 2 straight halves, the TSM have only picked up very, very, very few rounds. I think like 2 total.
Yeah.
Yeah, and considering they had the lead in this best of 5.
That was the only way he could have won that round. Literally the only way, and he did it. Unbelievable.
I'm sure Pasha's grinning ear to ear with delight from that play. Oh, inside Taz goes, gets caught. Finally some luck for TSM as they spot him coming through. Very low HP now for Neo. Maybe TSM playing with a little bit of anger after losing a round that they should not have by all means. Bialy getting 1 response kill, but bomb planted and Dupree coming into Snack sleeve. It's just he and Pasha. Pasha trying to work his way up the stairwell, and Zipix will find him as well as Bialy. So at least Zipix is keeping his composure. He finishes at, of course, guys, 11-11, but he's the only one that's even got a positive or even, in this case, ratio.
Well, you can see the actual VP money actually a lot weaker than you would have assumed it to be. After winning so many rounds in a row, shows you the rounds have been reasonably close here. We go to round number 14, and Nova and Desert Eagles being brought out, and that's actually Kind of surprising for me, actually, but nonetheless, TSM actually have a chance now to at least get 11-4 on the board, potentially. After that round that went horribly wrong for them, they bounce back and finally get 11-2. Seems like they'll be opting for more of a B-side tactic this time. Faking towards A with the smoke there, Carrigan throws that over. This could be a nice little play for them.
Popped again from Snacks. Very common we see that position used. As he waits on the opposing side of the cinder blocks for Dupree to try and make his entrance and presence felt. He's going to be known. It's the better case. Cajun B definitely makes his known as they get up connector. So finally achieving a split onto the A site. Taz could still deter things, and luckily Cajun B finds him before he does, because in from Palace, catch them off guard. Device still timid to plant this because no one's covering his CT right now. And the only finding Kerrigan, they'll smoke him off. Nice plants finally. TSM may now pick up the third, and again, what could have been the fourth, which may have put them in position to pick up a 10-5 half, which, considering how things started at 9-1, wouldn't have been the worst-case scenario. Yeah. Instead, I do say that I do fear that 4 is not going to be enough. Oh, how fitting is that? Click, click, boom. Dupree will get back into it, but it's all done. It's going to go to TSM, and Bialy just holding on to what he's got.
Yep, he picked up an M4 there. He's actually smoked off the jungle area to pick up the M4, fell back. Pretty clever move from him considering the bomb was already down. And that will help immensely considering VP are on pretty low money going into this final round of the half. So here we are, round number 15, 11-3 in favour of VP. And TSM actually, after, like you said, going down 9-1, actually doing a pretty decent job to get back into this. It's by no means over. There's no reason why they can't get back into this series and do exactly what VP have done to them. But let's see what Neo can do in middle. Has got the AWP again. Been very effective there whatsoever. He's actually dropped down now. This could be questionable. Run through the fire. Actually has to fall back there.
Doesn't lose a lot of HP in doing so either. Just 25 scraped away from his health meter. Asha, though, caught by Dupree. I'm not even sure how he spotted him. Okay, he was further up to the left than I thought. So there must have been a slight gap in that smoke. Either way, Bialy, again, with the response. He's been absolutely incredibly good on this site. And a third one as Cajun B falls in. Device eventually getting his revenge, but Snacks finding Kerrigan leaves only Device. 1-on-3. We saw him last map pick up a 1-on-4. He's got an op, but he's been quiet and through the wall.
That was salt in the bones.
I think that head-to-head pretty much is indicative of how things have gone throughout this entire match.
So 12-3, very convincing half from VP. They looked so solid there. Really nice scenes from them. Like, I think it was they went up 5-0 before TSM actually got their first round on the board, and then it fell apart again. 5 more rounds in a row. And it just seemed like TSM were just clutching at straws every single opportunity that VP offered to them. But we go into this half. Obviously, this is the last half of the series. This is our 5th map. It's been a long old evening. And now they definitely need the pistol round. It goes without saying, if TSM lose this one, they're in a world of pain.
20 kills for Bialy in the first half.
He was crazy good.
And is insanely good. I give credit to Zippix as well and Dupree, both with decent scores considering the score line.
Yeah, Virtus.pro had a really good T-side in the major as well on this map, so I think it's looking really grim from TSM at this point. They really need, obviously, the pistol round, but getting a dominant start, like really destroying Virtus.pro in the early rounds.
Looks like a few players facing towards B. Could potentially just see something very simple here, just trying to shut it out nice and early, but actually a lot of grenades bought for VP. You can see 3 smoke grenades, flashbangs as well, so perhaps not as simple as I may have thought. Bomb's going to be waiting there towards the T-spawn, towards A. 2 players trying to get some distraction going up. Yep.
Tasha.
Yep, smoking off the window.
Asian though, getting right to the top of middle, trying to work out what's going on. He will get tagged a little bit and fall back.
That smoke, though, thrown from that courtyard into window as such does leave a gap on the left, but it allows them nonetheless to get inside connector. And that's what Snacks has done. He'll fight now one-on-one with Kerrigan and go down as a result, but Neo's there to recover it. Meanwhile, Cajun B, as we can see, has found Pasha. This is all for sale, though. They're looking to try and get inside B, but they haven't sold enough. Because Zippix still waiting as Cajun B on catwalk, and they combine for the first kill. Dupree, Neo on the offsite, leaves just Taz inside the apartments with bomb. 52 seconds, but just a death wish at this point.
Yep. 1 player remaining. Taz has got the bomb, but he's been absolutely isolated in the B apartments there. 2 frags for Cajun B. 1 for Dupree, 1 for Carrigan. Taz should be shut down by the dualies there from Device. And like we said, TSM needed that so badly, and they got it. VP not really getting any kills or a plant there, so options are limited. Could bring some P250s and armor out if they really wanted to, not really required. I guess some smokes would make sense just to try and get a bomb plant down. Maybe just a simple B-rush, try and swarm the CTs as quickly as possible. So there we go, P250s and armor. And a scout being deployed by Neo as well. So they want to end this one quickly as possible.
Let's see if Neo could find this opening pick with the scout. If so, it might end up interesting, and it would just be fitting for Virtus.pro to steal a round away in that fashion. Cajun B with the M4, as Dupree with the P90 in front of him, and Device with the FAMAS behind. That's on the A site. Kerrigan, meanwhile, in the window, works with the other rifle, meaning Nick's alone on B has an SMG. The up close range and rate of fire. And interestingly, 2 smokes now deployed inside those apartments from Taz initially and Pasha. It means that they've called over Kerrigan away from the A site, and they are slowly grouping. Cajun B thought about going through the vents. He won't. Here we go. In they are. As Dupree puts out a nade, tries to do some damage. It doesn't quite collect as much as he would have hoped. Bialy, the only one, in fact, to take much from it. But as they come around, Dupree able to pick up one. That P90 dropped, and it's Device who has to respond. Does so in Cajun B. Is still going to go down, but Kerrigan's come across, and very well done by him. 3 kills picked up, 2 with the pistol at the end, and that will give yet another round to TSM. And we have to wait one more for Virtus.pro to bring out guns because there were no bomb plants.
No bomb plant there. Kerrigan doing a great job spraying through the smoke, making sure that didn't go down. And like we said, VP going to have to be on a full eco here. It's not really worth buying anything, to be honest. What can you do in this sort of situation? Not worth the investment. A couple of P250s for them. Seems like most of the players heading towards B. Going towards middle. Actually made that 2.
Well, things are going to be interesting in the next round when the guns come back out. TSM need to stay in good shape here. And again, they're going to have so many SMGs, they're going to be forced to upgrade no matter what, I fear. As Device and Dupree start things off well. Neo gets back into Dupree, but it's Device to follow it up. And there's the dualies yet again. Danish dualies this time. I love Neo. Going to be desperate to try and sneak away here, but doesn't have the bomb.
Throwing that smoke towards A, I'd assume.
Window, I think, from there.
No, it's not. Going to go for the cheeky fake.
Yeah, that's the window. There is a smoke you can do to the top of the connector, but you have to put yourself in the corner, line it up with the tin on top of the stairs and the rug. And it bounces off, I think, the 4th stair and blooms at the top, but ultimately, these smokes don't really do much at this point.
Not when you're 4-on-1.
And don't have bomb.
Don't have bomb. So TSM definitely bouncing back here. 3 in a row for them. Only bomb plants for VP.
But this coming run is where it really matters. Now they need to really deny Virtus.pro. Not giving anything. That'll give him hope of coming back to this.
What kind of play do they go for here? Do they go for that aggressive mentality and try and shut down?
I wouldn't. Like, they have P90s and
SMGs, but I think they're going to upgrade. Yeah, they are.
Well, still, they have a P90
I don't think
FAMAS, so may as well.
Yeah. I think you're right. Like, considering they should be able to predict that the money's pretty weak in VP, considering they did do a force buy and they didn't get any bombs. They probably don't have an AWP at this stage, so an aggressive play could be a good option for them here, but it seems like they were going to play pretty standard. No one actually forcing it, but we have got the AWP in the middle. Kerrigan shooting for the smoke. They're not able to find anything though. He falls back.
And Pasha is going to line up a late smoke to put inside window because Snacks has made his way up underpass. Watch for the pressure. Is it going to be on Catwalk or in Catwalk itself? They've now smoked up the top of the stairs. That tells me, and as the case, they are going to work Catwalk without the vision from anyone in A to slow it down. Although, as I say it, Pasha wants to go up the stairwell and get inside the window. So they're just going to take the map control they're given. If they could find a pick on A, they might go that way. Nope, back to P they go, and it's going to be Cajun B rotating off and into market. Still grouped, though, as Taz waits inside. Watch Device's position. This could be the changing play as Dupree will now find Pasha. If Dupree can get in behind Taz silently enough, he will take him down, and we are going to see it in the right side as we still watch Dupree and Snacks do battle. And I guarantee you Device is holding on to his trigger discipline because he spotted up that first player. And Dupree taking down Snacks means this is all leading in TSM's favor. Device, there it is. Snacks gone, 2 players remaining. Coming in from Catwalk and stopped immediately in their tracks by Cajun B.
Yeah, great push from Device. That pretty much nullified anything happening there. Also, Snacks getting picked off in Connector. If that kill would have happened, that may have cost the rotation from the CTs and all that. But yeah, just got nullified, made basically from Device's rotation and all the information he got.
Cajun B stepping up at the end there. 2 big frags. It's going to force VP onto yet another eco as we go to 4-0 on this half. Carrigan back at the top of mid there. T's not really investing too heavily into this round. Got a single smoke grenade there to play with. That's going to be on Bialy. And he goes down to low health, and Dupree opens up the fragging onto Snacks there.
He stepped it up in the last 2 rounds. 2 instrumental kills last time, and in fact leads the way now for his team on 17. Second highest in the server as TSM putting together consecutive rounds and trying to pull themselves back from what was an absolutely massive deficit. And Dupree looking for more, but it's Device who finds it. Taz in Palace, and now Dupree slides out. That's the kill he was looking for initially, as Bialy never showed his face early enough. But it does go to them regardless, and efficiently so, and this is crucial because now TSM builds the bank. 9950 for Cajun, 5 digits on 2 players, including Device and Zippix.
Okay then. Here we go, round number 6.
Yep.
5-0 to TSM, doing very well so far. We said they could do exactly what VP did to them, and so far that is proving true. Carrigan not choosing to go in the same position this time. He's been going in the window almost every single round, actually changing up his position.
And down they go with the smokes out on both window and that catwalk. Bialy trying to get in on A. Dupree taking him means that their A push alone is gone. VP coming with 4 players on connector. A smoke out on jungle means they can isolate. They've also boosted through the window, and that allows Snacks to try and do some more damage, or excuse me, rather Neo. You see him dealing damage on his Zippix. He's got him locked inside that corner, and there won't be a support system from Kerrigan because he can't possibly get through that vent safely, and Neo may actually catch him in transition through CT spawn, and Zippix, scared him, blinded by the smoke, can do nothing of it. It comes down now to Dupree and Device, but there's an opportunity here for Virtus.pro, and I thought they were looking toward it, to actually run market and go to B. Zippix knows that possibility exists, and as such will place himself in the B apartments in the off chance that it happens, but it's not. It's going toward A, and with Dupree down, Device has to be absolutely instrumental, massive in this case, to shut it away. He's got 1. Bomb's already planted on it. It's taken by Taz, and this is going to be a hard case for Zippix, who comes all the way over from B. 46 HP in connector already with a kit. But Taz now playing at Tetris has very good position to hold this off. There's going to be a pause in the next round from TSM. That may be tactical at this point, as this gives up the first round on their defensive campaign and puts them at 13 Virtus.pro, only 3 to go.
Such an unlucky.
Oh, TS crashed apparently.
With the smoke, Sipnick's through there. Basically, Carrigan got caught off guard. Totally not aware of what could happen there, and then that basically opened up the site for entry for Virtus.pro. So it's just another example of how all the small details just matter so much.
We saw the last player, CT, I think it's Zippix, coming out of the apartments there and not being able to stop the bomb. Had he have done that, it could have been such a different round in the end. But bomb did get planted. VP finally arrive on this half. It's going to bring it to 5-1. VP a little bit more confident on that round, not getting shut down so much. We saw Carrigan taking the AWP to B apartments that time. So a change of pace for them actually was the round they lost, but still. We go into the next one. And money's still very strong for TSM. Here you can see 12k on Device. So even if they lose this round, he's able to drop a couple of guns. So I'm sure they want to make sure they win this round. Maybe we can see more of the aggressive play from them this time to maybe shut down. But as we have this pause, I think you said, Matt, there was a TS issue going into this round?
Yeah, TeamSpeak crash called by Dupree, so hopefully it's just him.
Do we think that may have been the reason they could have potentially lost that round? Do you want to speculate that?
It is a thought. Well, that's just it. It is just speculation. We have no proof of that, but again, communication pretty instrumental. Dupree was alive late. He could have used in-game still at that point.
That's true. In-game comms is always there if it all goes wrong, I guess. But I think we're ready to go into this. Taz calling the unpause. Time ticking away. You can see the full buy from Carrigan. We saw him go to B apartments last time. No warps yet from VP. I think Carrigan will probably return to his normal position of window there after losing that first round when the first time we moved, but here we go then. He's making their presence known in middle.
Right now, it's going to be the first kill again going to Dupree, the man who called that timeout to solve the issues. Unfortunately, they've lost Device in the process of trying to get that advantage. Kerrigan just missing on a shot through the connector, has to fall off it on the stairwell. This allows them more position toward Catwalk. Instead, again, they look toward getting window, and this has been a problem now for TSM rather, for VP as they take over that position. They catch Cajun B rotating, and they'll push through and cut off rotations again as Pasha looking to get aggressive, and now Taz coming in from a ramp. This is well executed from Virtus.pro. This mid control needs to be shut down and cut off from TSM. Does the fire reach Dupree in that position? It does, down to 68 and has to go up the ladder. As we see in our side camera, Kerrigan trying to do damage, coming back in from CT spawn with that AWP, and Dupree finding snacks. It's not done just yet for Virtus.pro. They're down to just 2, make it 1 left, because Dupree has survived long enough inside Shadow to catch Taz off guard. And Pasha, the man who got in and cut that kill to cut off the defense, now has to clutch the round, picking up the bomb in the open, does take down Dupree. It's left to a 1-on-1. Kerrigan with the AWP, 31 HP versus 56 from Pasha, who's going to plant on the inside. He's right in the way. Not the read at all on Kerrigan.
I mean, you know, fair enough. He could have as well just rotated to the window as well, so.
Yeah, I guess it is kind of 50-50, but just judging on the timings, he did just shoot Kerrigan. I think he would have had time regardless, because he has got to jump through to get through the vent and then face you as well.
Remember, it's split-second decisions there.
Yeah, absolutely. So now VPL, of course, they will be forcing into this round. Tech-9s, AKs, AWP on Neo as well. So great investment, though, by the sounds of it, because Neo takes down Kerrigan. That's a huge opening kill there. The AWP anchor has been taken out. Cajun, no rifle either. He wants to go get that AWP, which he does successfully.
Oh, now Brown Cow. Are they going to possibly solve the issue of mid, though? Because, again, Virtus.pro has found their way inside of it, and this time with the man advantage. If they can find Bialy, that will shut down the solo player that wants to come in ramp and mean that they have to basically take it with brute force from this connection point, and so far that's failing and not working out. Taz is going to chase the win towards jungle. That will put down Dupree. Pasha gets the kill in the end. Device found Bialy, but also found his death as Pasha behind him was able to recover, and it leaves just Cajun B. 4 players put inside mid from Virtus.pro. Again, take that much control. And TSM, Cajun B, he's hurt on the way over. And Virtus.pro now 2 rounds away from closing out the entire series.
Yeah, but that round alone really does put VP in a strong position. That was a force buy from them. 1 AK and 1 AWP, opening up a fantastic kill from Neo at the start. And yeah, Dupree does try to neutralize around here. Gets one of the frags. That's obviously not enough, as VP now forced TSM into a very difficult situation. MP9, Famous, Scout, 5-7. Kerrigan does have the AWP though. He lost the duel last time. He'll be facing it again. This time he wins. Takes down Neo, make it 2. Pasha goes down as well. Great start from him, and he recovers the round.
Taz, though, getting right back into Device. Doesn't necessarily make it clear-cut and decided. Cajun B, meanwhile, finding snacks. Dupree has a good chance here, and with bomb down, does he push all the way through? He's going to find this bomb. As Taz tries to desperately get on his back so he can attempt to recover it. TSM, that's a big round.
Absolutely. Kerrigan stepping up when he had to. I don't think they estimated that AWP being there. And last time he lost a duel, but God, did he win it that time. 2 frags to open up the round. And now the economy shifts back in their favor. You can see it's such a back-and-forth game at this stage. VP got to force into it as well.
That was nearly a, I mean, it was a double kill, but nearly a collateral on that first peak. They were so close to each other.
Yep.
That's for Kerrigan. This time it's an alternate approach because they don't have the rifles. They'll take the pistols in toward the B apartments. That means Zipex and Cajun B will have to establish this crossfire, and Cajun B is going to put himself in the corner, wait for the drop. And that so far is working out, except for the fact that there's a smoke in his way, so he can't get through. In fact, double smoke. Very good execution right now from Virtus.pro on those set smokes from the courtyard. That means Kerrigan's got to get aggressive, fight his way, and that's your teammate. Don't you dare take that shot. That would have been absolutely detrimental. Instead, TSM are finding the frag as required, but still with only 1 man advantage. Dupree allows that to extend. Bomb down for Virtus.pro. Not a bad situation to have. Pasha inside the smoke. How many smokes are on this? Swing, swing, swing. Just goes past him.
Oh
my God, that's close. He gets it. He actually finds it. Does this change the round? Do they still have it? No, KGB got him. That would have been absolutely huge.
Oh my God, that could have been amazing. Almost fell off my chair.
That would have been the best clutch of all time.
Jesus, that was great. Amazing scenes there, and could have been another crazy round going down, but TSM do neutralize. I really like that set piece from VP there. The smokes they did towards short really made it very difficult for the CTs to retake it and isolated one of them out of the map. But again, VP got the bomb down, and they're not going to let their economy build up. They're going to keep force buying into this. PT50s once again. AK's out. They have got 2K in the bank there, so next round is what they'll be looking forward to. They can probably just do exactly the same play again, though, as they seem to make their way over to the B-bomb side once again.
Xyp9x is the man. Jumping around, seeing what he can find. He gets hit with a smoke. Actually, Bloom's still in a good spot. Neo with the entry kill now puts pressure on Xyp9x as KGB is gone, and he's living up to the task. KGB did enough damage as well to get assists on both of those kills, and now it's Kerrigan's turn. Down to just Pasha. Man with the plan last round, at least provided some excitement, has to clutch this one out if they want to hit match point. And with guns just bought and guns just lost, Virtus.pro are in a fragile situation. They can force here if they elect to.
I think they definitely will. Like the money's working in their favor this time, so they actually can justify AKs, smokes. It seems like one player maybe on a Tech 9 there, but Xyp9x really did step it up this round. You can see he got 3 kills. I think this one here impressed me. Nice little headshot there to finish it off. 14-12 now. You see VP heading towards middle once again, but Kerrigan has been stellar there so far, making some big frags when it mattered.
Taz looking passively inside Palace. As we can see it now from the overhead, there's a 3-man setup inside the A site. And elects the fact that mid is given up because there's 2 inside B. So Virtus.pro has had success using Catwalk before, or rather, excuse me, Connector before. They've got a great chance at it now. And in they go. Neo over the top. Sandwich already gone. KGB's the one that's down. Dupree has to recover. Hits that shot on Taz. And Snacks gets another. So Virtus.pro looking like they're in a decent position here to close this into at least match point. Snacks finds Xyp9x. That might just be the case. One more round and they might have broken the economy. It's all left to Kerrigan. 1 versus 3. Hits it, but bomb gets planted just before. Unfortunate because he could have completely dictated the outcome of the round had they needed to recover that. Instead, now he has to go on the hunt. Spots up 1 on Tetris, and I'm a little bit surprised to see Pasha taking that at peak so aggressively. Rather, excuse me, that is Bialy. And Flames on Neo, hold him in place. Does he hit it? He does. Well composed.
Very well composed there.
Nice strategy from VP Bitfield there. Smoked off Connector and still went through with the flash there. 8 players didn't really expect that to happen, and then also the guy from Apps coming in, they just got sandwiched. The whole A defense there, and getting the first, well, almost the first 3 kills there on the site, just basically it was over.
Yeah, Snacks went absolutely sick. He got 3 huge kills there. He wanted to end this game, and he wants to end it now. You can see the economy bouncing back once again in their favor. The CT's now on the bad side of it. Device with the Famous up in the apartments here could get some action as well.
Shots coming in from Device. That does work out. He also has the information that there's 2 more there, so even though it's a trade kill, it will allow a rotation to quickly come in from TSM, who now have dropped the bomb. It will be picked up and recovered by Bialy, who also finds Dupree. And again, Pasha. He's been so good all game at getting into window room.
Wow, what a great game to finish that off. So we saw VP going up 12-3, and we said don't ever count TSM out, and you shouldn't. They had a really good, strong effort there to get themselves back into the series.
And this has some serious implications because TSM are now knocked out and put into the last chance qualifier, which now has Kingwin. Potentially, depending on how the other group goes, could have a team like Envious or Mouse Sports in it. And it's going to have one... Sorry, not Envy, Fnatic, excuse me. And one of the 2, either VP again or Na'Vi. But for VP, who didn't qualify last year, this is a great chance. They now play Na'Vi tomorrow night,
yeah,
and one of those 2 teams will be at LAN.
That felt like a final, right? But it wasn't. That was just, they go on tomorrow to play Na'Vi. They're not even done yet, so they've had to play out of their minds tonight, and it's still not over for them. That's what makes it so exciting every single night.
Well, we've got a problem, us 3 in particular, on our Vulcan, because we picked our shot callers on TSM, and we're not going to have them tomorrow. So to hats off to anyone who predicted VP to take this. Twitch chat actually favored them. And as always, Twitch is right. We'll look at the scoreboard for the last map. And impressively, TSM did pull themselves back into it, so there is some reasonable performances there. In fact, Dupree, a 30 bomb. That's very impressive.
Absolutely. He really did step it up, and especially towards the end of that game, CT rounds were needed, essentially, and he was instrumental in that. But
Look at the first kills, too.
you look at the VP kills, it's very, no one really standing out too much. It was a big team effort there. They looked a little bit out of their depth when they were on the T side there, but they finished it just about with some style. Pasha having to get 2 big Tech 9 kills just to close things out there.
And Pasha on the T side in particular, getting in through mid and into the ladder and then window room round after round was massive. But I also think Bialy's play on the CT side was hugely impressive. And as such, he leads the way. 30 kills, though, for Dupree when they... I mean, he was at, I think, 11 or 12 at half. So his second half, he pulled out a crazy, ridiculous amount of kills.
Well, let's have a look at the heat map and see how that's gone down.
Also, if I'm not mistaken, I think Bialy was at 20 at half. He was at 20 at half. So he only picked up 3 more kills in the second one.
Look at the difference in middle.
That is a huge difference down specifically in connector. As Virtus.pro, and this is actually, so that actually highlights the differences we talked about. Virtus.pro had so much mid control that they weren't even being contested until after they'd already controlled connector. Hence, their kills come after that point on the map. Whereas with TSM, even though they got in mid, they couldn't get as many kills further in the site. They had to do the duels still on the bottom of connector and in the window.
But yeah, that was basically TSM. They just created too big of a mountain for themselves on that first half, and it's weird to me how they didn't go for more of the set strats that they obviously have, but they opted to go for that middle take round after round after round, and obviously not getting any entries. It's going to be that much harder winning that kind of round. So what they really needed to do is go for those A smokes or do a fake or things like that you have set plans on, and try to plow together as a unit instead of going one by one, since obviously it's not working.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. Too many relies on the picks there, but I think we can now ready to have a look at the MVP.
Which is Bialy, simply because he's on the winning team. Again, 20 kills, I do believe, if I look back, 20 kills in the first half, so only 3 in the second, which means that I also have to give a mention to Pasha from their side of things. But Bialy was definitely solid in that B site.
Absolutely. Wrecking crew, making sure he got 1 or 2 frags every single time. But yeah.
Special mention as well, though, as we'll look forward from this graph onto the man who led the way with kills, Dupree. The team down and almost out of it at halftime, and he comes back with 30 kills, 7 more than what Bialy had as the MVP. So definitely hats off to him for an excellent performance as well.
Yep. Big guy, big rifler.
We talked about him.
Simply put.
Big guy, big rifler. You heard it here first.
Yep.
I like it. I like it a lot. So, well, I mean, there we have it. We all thought TSM, everyone, in fact, including Twitch chat, with 3-2. And I said that obviously Twitch went against it. The vote section of chat, and when we saw the graph at the start, went against it. But when we actually looked at these predictions here, everyone thought TSM had this, and Virtus.pro. So I don't know if we call it an upset, because, quite frankly, it was 50-50.
Yeah.
They get through, and they do it from being down 2-1 at one point in the series. So TSM, again, last chance qualifier for them with only 1 spot this time at the last chance. Imagine they don't make this LAN after being so dominant for part of this year.
And this is what happens when you have a group stage stacked with so many top teams. You can never really predict it. Like we said, going into this game, 50-50, and it could have gone. It was 2-2 going into the final map. So definitely everything's on a knife edge every single time. That's what makes it so much fun to watch.
Well, that's it for this evening. Tomorrow night, we do a best of 5 all over again. Winner of that one, they'll be into the LAN just like that. One of the 4 spots decided tomorrow night. It's Navi, it's VP. We'll find out then. We'll see you next time.
TSM could justify an AWP pick there, I think, but they haven't picked one up.
Dropping in, and to Pasha's surprise, as he turns to dodge a flash, he realizes Dupree's behind. Snacks inside the sandwich. Has the shot on Kerrigan, and now Device. Like you said, plenty Taz, well, that limits it. That'll allow them potentially to help out where Neo is, but they don't do it, and Zipix gets caught. As such, they've now got Connector to worry about because Bialy's rotated over, and Cage and B, 9 seconds, this isn't happening. He's not getting this plant. It's another round for Vivo. 1 HP. Gone into Palace, so they actually won't confront each other, at least not just yet. Device in Sandwich has a chance to spot him at that doorway once the smoke dissolves. Leave his teammates to deal with Pasha and Neo coming elsewhere until Pasha gets above. Now there's a problem because Dupree thankfully will take down Neo, but here it is. Pasha coming in. First shot, there it is, and Snacks coming over top, takes Dupree away. It's all going to come down to now 2 players against 1, and inside the smoke, they're holding it. Does Pasha get away with this? They haven't found him. Oh my God. Oh God, this is just the icing on the cake, is it not?
Weaker than you would have seen this be. After winning so many rounds in a row, shows you the rounds have been reasonably close there. Considering they should be able to predict the money's pretty weak and DP, considering they could do a force spike. And it's such a back and forth game at this stage. VP got a force into it as well.
Nearly a die. Bomb down for Virtus.pro, not a bad situation to have. Inside the smoke. How many smokes are on this? Swing, swing, swing. Just goes past him.
Oh my God.
God, that's close. He gets it. He actually finds it. Does this change the round?